The Silent Art of Seduction, a Stoic's Guide to Attraction. What if I told you that seduction isn't loud, flashy, or even intentional, but rather a subtle dance of psychology and instinct? A woman who desires intimacy rarely announces it outright. Instead, she reveals her intentions through whispers of body language, shifts in tone, and a lingering proximity that lasts just a second too long. These signs aren't chaotic flashes in the dark. They are carefully orchestrated movements, sometimes conscious, often unconscious. Yet most men, blinded by ego or impulse, fail to notice them entirely. Here's where the Stoic man holds the advantage. Stoicism isn't about detachment from the world, but mastery over it. The Stoic does not react impulsively to external cues. He observes them with clarity, wisdom, and patience. By grounding yourself in this ancient philosophy, you gain the ability to perceive subtle signals that others overlook, and to act with calm certainty when the moment is right. This isn't just theory. Psychological research confirms that attraction often unfolds in microexpressions, fleeting gestures, glances, and tonal shifts that hint at deeper intentions. Women, in particular, excel at crafting these nonverbal cues, subtly testing a man's awareness without ever stating their desires directly. So how do you recognize these signals without overanalyzing or making false assumptions? In this guide, we'll explore 5 powerful signs that a woman may want to sleep with you, decoded through both psychological insight and a Stoic lens. Each sign, when understood correctly, offers not only a window into her desires, but also a path to your own self-mastery. Let's dive into the silent language of attraction. Stay grounded. Stay sharp. The Stoic observes and knows when to act. Sign 1, the lingering gaze. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. But in truth, they are more than poetic metaphors. They are tools of communication, connection, and sometimes seduction. A woman's prolonged gaze can carry layers of meaning, from admiration to curiosity to desire. The challenge lies in discerning these nuances with clarity while maintaining your composure. Psychologically, sustained eye contact is linked to increased levels of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. When two people lock eyes, they activate neural pathways associated with intimacy and trust. Think about how much can be communicated without a single word spoken. Unlike men who often approach attraction directly, women tend to use subtler signals, one of which is the intentional, lingering gaze. This is where the Stoic mindset becomes your superpower. A reactive man might hastily interpret prolonged eye contact as romantic interest and act impulsively. The Stoic, however, observes without assumption. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you'll find strength. To break it down, here are 3 key components of a woman's gaze when she's interested in you. Lingered duration. If her gaze holds for more than 3 seconds, it signals a conscious decision to remain engaged with your presence. Softened eyes. The muscles around her eyes relax, often coinciding with genuine emotional warmth or vulnerability. Dilated pupils. While subtle, dilated pupils are an involuntary sign of attraction and heightened interest. Beyond science, there's also the playful dance of attraction. A woman may look at you, glance away, then return to see if you're still paying attention. This subconscious testing helps her gauge your level of interest without risking rejection. So, how does the Stoic respond? You acknowledge the gaze. You maintain composure. You return eye contact with calm intensity, not breaking it nervously or rushing into premature action. The gaze is not just an invitation. It is a silent dialogue, one where stillness speaks louder than words. Sign 2, the dance proximity. She finds ways to be close without asking. Proximity is one of the oldest and most reliable languages of attraction. A woman who is interested in you may not state her intentions outright, but she will communicate them through spatial cues. This is the art of nearness without words, a silent invitation cloaked in plausible deniability. Psychologist Edward Hall, a pioneer in proxemics, defined 4 zones of personal space: intimate, personal, social, and public. When a woman intentionally enters your personal space within 18 inches to 4 feet, she is signaling comfort, trust, and often attraction. But how do you distinguish between accidental proximity and deliberate intention? Here's what to watch for. Consistent presence. Does she find reasons to be near you, even when other seating or standing options are available? Body orientation. If her body is angled toward you, she's subconsciously signaling focus and interest. Incidental contact. A brush against your arm, a subtle lean closer during conversation, or positioning herself just close enough for you to feel her presence. Stoicism teaches us not to react impulsively to these signals. Seneca's teachings on patience emphasize the importance of waiting for clarity before acting. The Stoic man observes a proximity without immediately assuming desire. He allows her actions to unfold naturally, maintaining composure rather than rushing to conclusions. A common mistake men make is overanalyzing proximity. The Stoic approach requires detachment, not indifference, but calm observation. When you remain grounded, women sense your inner stability, which often amplifies their attraction. This is because you project non-neediness, a rare and attractive trait in a world filled with reactive behavior. Another layer of proximity is timing. If she moves closer during emotionally heightened moments, like after laughter or sharing a personal story, it significantly increases the likelihood of attraction. By attuning yourself to these shifts without verbally acknowledging them, you maintain control over the interaction, avoiding desperation or overeagerness. Sign 3. The subtle touch. Her hands speak louder than her words. Long before language, touch conveyed everything, from comfort to dominance to desire. When a woman is drawn to you, her hands become messengers, communicating volumes without a single word. From a psychological standpoint, physical touch activates the brain's reward centers, releasing dopamine and serotonin, the same chemicals responsible for pleasure and connection. Studies have shown that even brief, seemingly accidental touches can significantly increase feelings of attraction and intimacy. The Stoic response. Rather than immediately reciprocating or escalating, maintain composure. Seneca's wisdom, to accept but not cling to pleasure, applies here. Acknowledge the touch, but don't overreact. Your restraint communicates confidence and control, which often deepens her curiosity and attraction. Women are highly perceptive to how you respond to their touch. Flinching or pulling away may signal discomfort or disinterest, while responding too eagerly may come across as desperate. The ideal response, the Stoic approach, is to remain grounded and composed, allowing her to guide the escalation of physical contact naturally. Sign 4. Psychology of reciprocal touch. When someone touches you, your brain is wired to respond by touching back. However, the Stoic man masters the art of delayed reciprocity. Instead of immediately mirroring her touch, he waits for the right moment, reinforcing his self-control and calm dominance. This creates a tension that many women find irresistibly intriguing. By not immediately satisfying her subconscious desire for reciprocation, you position yourself as a man who operates on his own terms, a rarity in a world where most people react instinctively. The shift in tone. A woman's voice reveals more than her words. In social psychology, voice modulation is a key indicator of attraction. When a woman desires a deeper connection or physical intimacy, her vocal tone subtly changes. It becomes warmer, softer, and slower, as if subconsciously creating a space where only you and she exist. The Stoic response. Staying grounded amid seductive voices. A Stoic man recognizes these cues, but remains composed. The softness of her voice may stir primal emotions, but resist the urge to overreact or interpret prematurely. Seneca reminds us, he who is everywhere is nowhere. Be present in the conversation. Absorb her tone, but do not let it cloud your judgment. By maintaining calm control, you communicate strength and emotional resilience, qualities women find deeply attractive. An advanced Stoic tactic is mirroring without mimicry. While you don't need to lower your voice artificially, maintaining a steady, slightly slower cadence in response creates synchronicity, deepening emotional rapport. This controlled response keeps the conversation charged with tension without making you seem overeager. Playful defiance. She challenges you with teasing and banter. Contrary to popular belief, attraction doesn't always manifest as sweetness or compliance. Sometimes, it takes the form of playful defiance. Teasing becomes a tool of seduction, testing your ability to keep up and hold your ground without breaking. The psychology of teasing. Research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that teasing in romantic contexts is a form of relational play, creating a low-stakes environment for exploring chemistry and compatibility. Women who are attracted to someone often use light-hearted challenges to gauge confidence and emotional stability. The Stoic response, mastering playful conflict. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Your power over your mind, not outside events." Apply this wisdom by remaining unshaken in the face of her challenges. Smile, respond with calm humor, and turn her teasing into an opportunity to build rapport. Pro tip, never escalate defensively. Instead, mirror her playfulness with subtle confidence. Her, "Wow, you think you're mysterious?" You, calmly, "I prefer enigmatic but close enough." By refusing to be rattled, you demonstrate emotional mastery, a trait that not only intrigues women but fosters deeper attraction. When navigated correctly, playful defiance becomes a shared adventure rather than a battleground. Sign 5. The Stoic approach. Recognize it without exploiting. A Stoic man doesn't manipulate this behavior, but acknowledges it as a natural expression of connection. Instead of reacting with arrogance or entitlement, he remains humble and observant. Seneca advised, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." Apply this principle by maintaining your authenticity. Even as she mirrors you, avoid testing her or shifting your behavior artificially, as this disrupts the natural flow of connection. Leveraging mirroring for deeper connection. One advanced technique is positive reinforcement, subtly rewarding mirroring with warmth or humor. For example, if she mimics your posture, lean in slightly as if sharing a secret, creating a sense of closeness. If she adopts your speech patterns, acknowledge it playfully. Careful, you're starting to sound like me. By maintaining composure and leading with authenticity, you cultivate a dynamic where attraction develops naturally. The essence of attraction, strength and self-mastery. Recognizing these signals isn't about pursuit or conquest. It's about understanding the intricate dance of human connection while staying grounded in who you are. The Stoic man neither chases recklessly nor clings to fleeting pleasures. He observes, interprets, and acts deliberately. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, his calm and controlled presence stands out. That quiet strength is magnetic, far more alluring than any smooth line or flashy move. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The same applies to attraction. Stop seeking validation. Instead, focus on becoming a man of depth, purpose, and authenticity. The right connections will naturally gravitate toward you. So, the next time you sense these signs, remember, your power lies not in reacting impulsively, but in responding with calm confidence. Observe, appreciate, and lead with self-mastery.